MoviePass had around 20,000 subscribers in 2016. Just 2 years later, this number had ballooned to 3 million. Despite this impressive growth, the MoviePass service shut down in 2019. So what exactly happened? MoviePass was a subscription-based service that aimed to transform the movie-going experience by offering customers unlimited access to movies in theaters for a fixed monthly fee. It operated on a simple yet ambitious premise. Subscribers could watch an unlimited number of movies in participating theaters for a flat monthly fee. Upon signing up, users received a MoviePass debit card which they could use to purchase tickets directly at the theater. The process involved selecting a movie and showtime through the MoviePass mobile app, and the card was then loaded with the necessary funds for the ticket purchase. MoviePass experienced a meteoric rise. The service's low monthly subscription fee of $9.99, coupled with its promise of unlimited movies, proved highly enticing. The subscription price was significantly lower than the average movie ticket cost in major cities, making it an attractive option for avid moviegoers. But you don't need to be a business genius to see how allowing people to see unlimited movies for just $9.99 is a flawed business model. So how come MoviePass executives thought this would work? See, the company had conducted market research and gathered some metrics and created some assumptions that guided its $9.99 price point. And according to its business plan, MoviePass had outlined a path that made this price profitable. Let's take a look at MoviePass's initial model. Studies had shown that 11% of Americans went to the movies around 18 times a year. These people were categorized as frequent moviegoers, whereas 89% of Americans were considered to be casual moviegoers, frequenting the movie theaters around 5 times a year. The company had noticed that the frequency of going to the movies doubled once users signed up to MoviePass. This meant that the frequent moviegoers with a MoviePass subscription went to the movies around 36 times a year, whereas casual moviegoers with a MoviePass subscription went to the movies around 10 times a year. The average ticket price for a movie at that time was $8.73. At this average ticket price, frequent moviegoers cost MoviePass $315 a year, whereas casual moviegoers cost MoviePass $87 a year. The company was charging $9.99 for a monthly subscription, which meant that one subscriber generated approximately $120 in annual revenue. Now, once we take into account the percentages of frequent and casual moviegoers, we find that the weighted average cost per customer comes in at around $112. This means that, on average, one single MoviePass subscriber costs $112 a year, whereas they generated $120 in revenue. This leaves MoviePass with an $8 gross profit on each subscriber. Even though, on paper, the company was supposed to be making money on each subscriber, this wasn't enough. The $8 was just gross profit, meaning that the company still had to incur operating costs like marketing, wages, administrative, etc. So, earning $8 on each subscriber was not enough to cover all these expenses. Therefore, the company had created plans to generate more revenue through other sources. MoviePass forecasted that the amount of times people went to see movies would decrease over time. This assumption was made based on studies on all-you-can-eat buffets. Basically, studies have shown that these buffets can afford to let you eat anything because people will consume less food as time goes on. Sure, once you go into a buffet, you try to get as many things as possible. However, after a few plates, your satisfaction goes down and you gradually start to slow down how much you are eating. And MoviePass believed that after a year or two, subscribers would return to the more traditional movie-going rates. This means that casual moviegoers would go to the movies only 5 times a year instead of 10 times, whereas frequent goers would only do so 18 times a year instead of 36 times. This would dramatically reduce MoviePass's costs and improve their margins. Second, MoviePass believed that once it got to a certain number of subscribers, it had more power to negotiate with movie theaters. This way, MoviePass would have the power to negotiate lower ticket prices, which would also help improve its margins. Finally, since MoviePass had its subscribers download the app, it had access to a lot of data. This way, a big plan for its future was to monetize this data. It planned to sell concession data to theaters to help them better optimize their concessions offerings. Additionally, MoviePass could sell movie preference data to studios to let them know what movies would perform better. Finally, they could also sell data to third parties like Netflix, Walmart, Target, and more. As we can see, MoviePass had a broad plan that would help it become profitable and sustainable. So what went wrong? Well, for starters, its assumptions did not turn out to be true. People were using MoviePass much more frequently than anticipated. Some even challenged themselves to watch one movie each day of the year. Additionally, MoviePass also became popular among retirees. They had a lot of time on their hands, and thus MoviePass offered a good way to pass some of this time. Therefore, some of them went to the movies around 15 times a month. This meant that MoviePass's initial assumptions that it would cost them around $112 a year to serve their average customer was widely off the mark. This led to a situation where the company was losing more money than anticipated. To combat mounting losses, MoviePass implemented various changes, including introducing surge pricing for popular movies and restricting access to certain films. In April 2018, MoviePass limited its unlimited service by barring subscribers from seeing the same film twice. In May, it started requiring subscribers to take photos of their ticket stub to make sure they were actually seeing the movie they had checked into with the app. June brought the biggest change of all: surge pricing for popular movies that tacked on an extra $2 to $6 depending on the film and time. In late July, MoviePass also started blocking weekend showtimes for certain films, making Mission Impossible Fallout ironically impossible to see for many subscribers. The two policies culminated in a bizarre yet perfect storm that saw MoviePass subscribers charged $8 surcharges on films that in some theaters only cost $6.75 at the box office. All of these changes made MoviePass's business model seem like a paradox. On the one hand, for the company to attract new subscribers, it had to find a way to provide value. This was done by offering a cheap price. However, on the other hand, for the company to become profitable, it needed to limit how many times subscribers were using their subscription, ultimately lowering the value. These alterations sparked backlash from subscribers, eroding the goodwill the service had garnered. Additionally, technical glitches, poor customer service, and frequent changes in policies further strained the company's reputation. Additionally, large movie chains like AMC launched their own subscription-based programs. This added more competition, which made MoviePass's offering less unique. And what about the additional revenue sources they planned on chasing? Well, the company ran out of money before seeing these sources materialize. In 2018, MoviePass lost a staggering $256 million. The situation turned even more dire in 2019, where the company went through another phase of price changes and leadership restructuring. However, the losses were not stopping, which is why the company was officially shut down in September 2019, only a year after it boasted about its rapid subscriber growth. MoviePass is a perfect case study on the importance of proper market research and pricing strategies. After shutting down in 2019, the company was bought by its original founder and the service was relaunched in late 2022 with a completely new pricing model. Although the current hype for MoviePass is nowhere near what it was back in 2017 and 2018, the company is taking on a more conservative approach and, according to the new owner, MoviePass is now profitable. However, the company has not released detailed financial information to confirm this.